Okay, I wasn't gonna make this video, but it would be a crime not to talk about what happened on Raw last week. I'm referring to the CM Punk promo, promo which is arguably the biggest and the greatest promo of the 21st century. I mean, I don't think we've seen a promo like this since Stone Cold Steve Austin back in the Attitude Era. I mean, man, it would. I had other stuff to do tonight, but it would be a crime not to talk about that promo that CM Punk gave on Monday Night Raw last week. And man, I guess I just have to recite the promo for you. And man, this was an excellently written promo, and for various reasons. And this promo was great, and it was just one man with a grind, with a bone to pick with not just one, but at least three WWE superstars. And man, those superstars, The Rock, John Cena, and Seth Rollins, of course. And man, this I don't think we've seen a promo like this since the Pipe Bomb promo back in 2011 when CM Punk gave that infamous promo before Money in the Bank 2011. And man, this promo was excellent. And let me just read out this promo because man, if you haven't watched this promo, you got to watch it. Just watch it after you finish the video. So I'll explain to you why this promo was so great. I won't just read it out. I'll tell you why this promo was excellent. And obviously, one reason it was excellent is CM Punk knows how to deliver. He's got emphasis in his voice, and you believe that he's got a bone to pick, he's got a bone to grind, and he's got a mission, and that CM Punk's mission is WrestleMania, and that mission is the main event WrestleMania. And obviously, if you watched the Elimination Chamber last Saturday, CM Punk, yeah, he lost. He came very close, and his mission to WrestleMania just blew up in his face, and he didn't tap out. He didn't quit, but he tried and he did everything possible and still failed. And he failed specifically because of at least two WWE superstars he mentions in this promo. And man, so let's read this promo because this was excellent writing. Now, CM Punk, he starts the show Monday Night Raw. He comes out. We see him in the backstage arena. He comes out. The music plays. Total personality. He gets the microphone, stands up on the announcer's table with that microphone. And when someone stands on that announcer's table, that they mean business. Like they're not just there to, when they're on the announcer's table, as we've seen a lot actually since on Netflix on Raw, people standing out on that announcer's table. Drew McIntyre. Jay Uso, that announcer table, you know that something's going down when at that announce table. We seen Gunther on that announce table a few weeks ago. So let's read this out, okay? CM Punk says, "Let's start this show with a bang. This is gonna be a lot of fun. Not for you, but for me. I'm liable to get us canceled off of Netflix right now." Man, that was a powerful line. I'm liable to get us canceled off Netflix right now. This is controversy. This is controversial. This is, man, you don't know what's going to happen when this goes down. And you don't know. And first of all, you're questioning the fourth wall. What is CM Punk going to say? Is he going to go off script when he says this? Because CM Punk, he looked genuinely angry. He looked generally depleted. Uh, for lack of a better term, that's YouTube friendly safe. He looked genuinely gutted, and he didn't look gutted, just gutted. He had a mission, and someone's gonna pay for CM Punk not achieving his WrestleMania dream. Last year he was injured, and this year, he came close. He came close at Royal Rumble. He came close at Elimination Chamber, very close, and now you're starting to think, is this guy gonna get Netflix Raw canceled on Netflix? And man, so let's continue this excellent promo. Consider this a State of Union address. Since we're on the road to WrestleMania, which some people seem to think, I have exhausted all opportunities of main eventing. Allow me to address my enemies, and since my name is CM Punk, that means everyone. Man, um, come on, who do I start with? Who's the first target tonight? Give me a name. Pat McAfee suggests The Rock. The Rock, the final boss. Listen up, Dwayne, you bold-headed fraud. Did he just call the boss a fraud? Did he call The Rock Dwayne Johnson? The guy with the most power in WWE, maybe even more than Triple H, a fraud? I mean, did he go off script? I mean, we don't know, but we know that CM Punk's had issues with The Rock in the past. I can't remember him saying anything specifically about him. But you know, when CM Punk had to drop the title after having the title for more than a year back in 2013, he had to drop the title to The Rock before WrestleMania 28, and it could have been CM Punk main eventing against John Cena at WrestleMania 28. But The Rock, the part timer, not even part timer, the guy who hadn't been in WWE for over 10 years, The Rock comes back. I mean, CM Punk's been away from WWE for a long time, but when CM Punk came back, he didn't just show up at the major pay per views. He's been on every Raw, except I think one show since Raw on Netflix debuted this year. And I imagine if he didn't get injured last year, he would have been pretty much most every Raw, even at a fairly advanced age of 44 years old. CM Punk, he's got a pretty good work ethic, and I don't, and CM Punk's had 10 years off, but CM Punk's not, he doesn't have divided attention. He's not making movies, he's not making stuff like, and his goal, his dream, his mission is to be the best in WWE, the best wrestler in WWE. And if he didn't have personal gripes with people back in 2014, then CM Punk, he probably would have stayed with WWE. And you know, and I'll have to admit myself, I didn't really see this much potential in CM Punk when he went back then. But now CM Punk just seems to be on a whole another level. And his promos were great back in 2011, 2012. Now in 2025, CM Punk's basically on the same level as Stone Cold Steve Austin. So anyway, let's continue reading this. You bold-headed fraud. Dwayne, you bold-headed fraud. You think because you're on the board of directors you're immune from criticism? Well, you don't know who you're dealing with. You are dealing with the best in the world, middle-aged and crazy. Walked it, walked, walked back in the WWE after 10 years and literally marched through hell to receive opportunities at the big dance as he points to the WrestleMania sign. And you, Mr. Midlife Crisis, just decided to walk in when you feel like it and hide behind the fact that you think you are the bigger star than everybody here. I would love to say this all to your face, but you have not graced us with your presence. To pretend that you care about this business that gives you goosebumps? I've never been so delusional, so desperate to wear a fake title. The crowd starts erupting, chanting, CM Punk, CM Punk. He then says, I've never been so desperate to wear a fake title and declare myself the people's champion because I don't deserve it. I earn it. As he looks into the camera and the crowd erupts, he then says, I've never been so desperate to sell my soul. So, I mean, he's making a reference to the Cody Rhodes and the John Cena potential heel turn storylines, and I didn't think CM Punk should turn heel because to me the crowd dynamic, the mission of him chasing that title at WrestleMania, it would just be ruined if CM Punk. It would just ruin that whole story if CM Punk has to turn heel to get that mission done. But I think there's a lot of potential with this heel storyline. I think maybe John Cena may even turn on The Rock and become face at WrestleMania. And but I do think, as Vince Russo suggested, that Drew McIntyre is a very good candidate and the perfect guy to be a heel working for The Rock because Drew's had a bit of a dry run, not really winning or having much success lately, but he's an incredible athlete and an incredible talk on the mic. And having Drew McIntyre under The Rock as a manager type guy would be an excellent an excellent way to reinvigorate Drew McIntyre and get him in the picture. But this year's pretty much booked up with Cena, so Drew McIntyre's run with The Rock will happen next year. So anyway, let's get back to reading this, and He then says, I've never been so desperate to seal my soul. And that brings me to you, John Cena. You can't see me. Well, we can all see through you, Punk says, mocking Cena with that classic John Cena signature taunt. You stole something from me at the Elimination Chamber. A match that after 20 years of hustle, loyalty, and respect, I gave you the benefit of the doubt when you didn't qualify. I thought you did what you did in the past, secured your future. You're not going to fool me twice. Hustle, loyalty, respect for 20 past years, and never, everybody here, and all these kids see what I've, and finally, everybody here and all these kids see what I've finally seen all along, that you've been selling all these kids and everyone here BS. And I can't recall whether that was censored or not when I originally watched it, but the replay of the expletive was censored. Who gave up in the Elimination Chamber? It wasn't me. You will never see CM Punk give up on his dreams of main eventing WrestleMania. Ironically, Mr. Don't Quit, Mr. I Never Give Up, you gave up on yourself. You gave up on all these people. You gave up on all these kids. The joke's on you. I'm going to see you down the road, and I'm going to get my hands on both you bold headed frauds. And when I do, you're going to make a wish that I never did. And now that the man of the hour, the person who currently has all my undivided attention, little brother Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, you better come and get your man. Because if I do before you do, I'm gonna put him in a wheelchair. And then we hear burn it down, and Seth Rollins comes to interrupt. And that was one of the best promos, probably the best promo I've ever seen since the Attitude Era. Probably maybe the promo of the century. I mean, I've seen a lot of good segments with Stone Cold Steve Austin in the Invasion storyline when Stone Cold Steve Austin told heel. I saw Stone Cold Steve Austin appreciate that. We've had great segments with Vince McMahon, Chris Jericho over the years, Ed, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart. But I'm not sure we've had a segment where there's just one guy with a microphone talking with this much energy and this much passion and this much intensity. And I'm not sure that we've seen something like this since Stone Cold Steve Austin said Austin 316. I mean, this may be the best promo of the 21st century. I was extremely impressed with CM Punk and Cody Rhodes' exchange a few weeks ago. I was extremely impressed with Stone Cold when CM Punk called out Hulk Hogan in that incredible Royal Rumble preview promo a few weeks ago, a month ago before, a few weeks ago before the Royal Rumble. But this promo was on another level and maybe the best promo I've ever seen from CM Punk, and maybe the best promo I've seen of the past 25 years. I don't think anyone's given a promo like this except Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I made a comparison. One of my first videos was comparing CM Punk to Stone Cold Steve Austin. And seeing this promo, I think the comparisons are more evident than ever. CM Punk is on the same level, if not the same level, almost the same level as Stone Cold Steve Austin in terms of intensity and realism of his promos. Now, Steve Austin had almost an element of comedy and almost just this theatrical, Texas accent, which made his promos just seem just total, badass and real. But CM Punk, he's a little bit less theatrical. He just got passion in his voice. He's got energy in his voice, and he believes what he's saying. And this wasn't just the delivery of CM Punk; it was the writing. You know, you know, CM Punk's got CM Punk's got issues with The Rock. He doesn't like The Rock just coming into this business almost whenever he wants, and then just leaves whenever he wants. And now, and he's got issues with John Cena, but John Cena arguably earned his spot to come in the Elimination Chamber. He earned his spot to be in WrestleMania. But there is some truth to it. CM Punk's been here every Raw and for the past few months, and John Cena just comes in and CM Punk acknowledges, yeah, John Cena's earned it. But you know what? You know, CM Punk feels kind of cheated, at least as we see in this promo, that John Cena can just not really show up on Raw, and then doesn't even have to qualify to the Elimination Chamber. And now this storyline, and I love how the Elimination Chamber, the premise of the Elimination Chamber, but I was unsure why the Elimination Chamber would be right after the Royal Rumble. But this year, it's more evident than ever that hey, you had to go through hell to get that shot at the main event at WrestleMania, and there are two titles, obviously. So and you got six people in that ring, and you can tell so much stories, and the storylines all interwoven. It's all intertangled, and I love how that a lot of people, Randy Orton, the general manager of SmackDown, I forgot his name. A lot of people on Raw and SmackDown of the past week, not just the people directly involved, Cody Rhodes, The Rock, and John Cena. They're all talking about John Cena, turning heel, how he's kind of like a sellout, like a fraud, like I didn't see that coming. And this interwoven storyline where everybody's kind of talking about the same thing, even if they're not directly involved in the Cody Rhodes, John Cena or The Rock angle. Everyone's always talking about it. And it's kind of like reminds me of the invasion angle, where every match was related to the almost everything on the show in Raw, SmackDown, and the pay per views was related to the invasion angle. You've got this overarching narrative which connects everything, all the matches you see on the show. And I'm starting to see that, hey, this, and it would be great if The Rock was kind of this final boss character on Raw SmackDown, but he's got movies to do. But even if The Rock's just gonna occasionally show up, I think it's better he shows up as kind of like what's the type of role he's playing, like a general manager type role, almost like a Vince McMahon type role. And that's the thing about Vince McMahon, in that the corporate angle where Vince McMahon was the boss, and The Rock was like and Shane McMahon were like rookies, or uh people. I can't remember who it was. Was it the Dudley Boys, or Road Dogg, there was like a few guys back in the day who were like working for Vince McMahon. And when you saw a match, like a tag team match or a singles match, it wasn't just the main event. Everything was related to the corporate storyline with Vince McMahon being the boss in charge. Same with the invasion angle. Everything was related to the invasion angle. And now we're kind of seeing, hey, is everything related to the fact that to the Rock, Cody Rhodes, John Cena angle, where John Cena and the Rock are painted as these dastardly heels, these sellouts, these frauds, these guys who are too good to even show up on television. And I like how everything's connected, or everything's potentially connected to this one angle. And yeah, so the Rock's kind of playing almost like a Vince McMahon type character. And some people say, hey, should John Cena start wearing like a suit? And I don't think he should wear a suit. I think that's just too far gone. And since The Rock doesn't wear a suit, I don't see why John Cena should start wearing a suit either. Anyway, this promo was one of the best promos ever, as I said, because it kind of breaks the fourth wall. It calls out the fact that, hey, John Cena, he's kind of like a fraud. I mean, he's been a hero to these kids and fans for 20 years. He says, I never quit, I never back down, but he sold out. He sold his soul to The Rock. And you can say it's all just a storyline, or it's all just drama. It's just narrative, and it don't mean nothing. But I think it means something, because I think this connection with these kids that John Cena has, it's real. The connection with these adults, such as myself, who was a kid when John Cena was back in babyface back in the uh 2008. The connection is real, and he kind of sold out. Whether it's real or not, he sold out. And I agree with the heel turn, but ultimately, it's surprising it happened this late in his career. But I agree with the heel turn. But I'm glad that they're turning real stuff, such as the fact that John Cena sold out, such as the fact that Rock is kind of a heel that shows up whenever he wants and disappears whenever he wants. He takes the spotlight, the main event, whenever he wants. And you could say whether John Cena and The Rock earned the right to take the spotlight whenever they want or not. But CM Punk's calling this out. And CM Punk was angry about The Rock taking the spot at 28, 29. as the main event of WrestleMania 28, 29. You know he's angry that The Rock can just show up right now. You know John Cena is in the main event of WrestleMania with Cody Rhodes. And as much as CM Punk has real respect for John Cena, you can't but help but think, hey, CM Punk is the top guy in the business right now. And John Cena has the match that was brilliantly previewed shortly before the Royal Rumble. Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk would have been is the feud to have if you want to put the focus on the main event full time players. If you want to put the focus on the people who are going to be here for the long run for the next 5 to 10 years, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes are the two top dogs in WWE, and these are part timers or less than part timers in regards to The Rock. Just show up and literally, if John Cena did not come back, I'm pretty damn sure it would have been CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, and I think that match will happen this year. But CM Punk knows he just got screwed out of that main event, literally. Breaking kayfabe, breaking the fourth wall. CM Punk would be facing Cody Rhodes because CM Punk is the top guy in the business, and he's probably a more talented performer at this point in time than John Cena and The Rock, and he's the most talented man in the business. He cut the best promo in the past 30 years since Stone Cold Steve Austin. Do you think this promo was the best promo you've ever seen this decade since Stone Cold Steve Austin? Can you name a single promo that was better than this? Let me know in the comments below, but I love this promo. And it was followed up by Seth Rollins and CM Punk having an absolute all-out brawl. And that just wasn't CM Punk. That was writing. That was establishing the match for WrestleMania that Seth Rollins will have with CM Punk, and it may even include Roman Reigns. Because in fact, the CM Punk versus Seth Rollins is literally happening tonight on Monday Night Raw. The CM Punk Seth Rollins cage match is happening tonight on Monday Night Raw, and I'm glad this was booked because to me it's a long time to do WrestleMania, and John Cena is not even booked or advertised for the show tonight. Neither is The Rock, so you have to do this match now. But I would have booked it this way, and I don't know where that leads to CM Punk and Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. Are they going to have a last man standing match at WrestleMania? Are they going to have a Hell in a Cell match? Or will another guy who's got issues with Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, who was curb stomped on the steel steps at Royal Rumble, do you think Roman Reigns is going to get involved tonight on Monday Night Raw in that cage match? It is a cage, so I don't know how Roman Reigns is going to get in there. But if I know anything about WWE, it's that people always find ways inside and outside of that cage. And I wouldn't be surprised if Roman Reigns makes an appearance tonight. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's a triple threat match between Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk at WrestleMania. So let me know in the comments below. Do you think this was the best promo you've ever seen from CM Punk? Do you think this was the best promo of the 21st century? And if it's definitely up there, it's definitely a potential candidate, and I'll have to look over the tapes in the past to know for certain. But I recently watched the CM Punk Pipe Bomb promo from 2011, and this promo on Monday Night Raw last week was even better than the Pipe Bomb promo. And let me know if you agree with that. But man, this broke the fourth wall. This broke kayfabe, whether or not it was scripted or it was not. This hit on some real notes, some real heat that CM Punk has with The Rock. And man, I can't wait to see CM Punk versus Seth Rollins in that steel cage. So let me know, how much did you love this promo, and was it the best promo you've ever seen this century? Leave a comment and like, subscribe, and see you later.